All right, Maximum Edge Sports Wagering Show, Saturday, November 27th, college football preview. It's rivalry week. It is a big Saturday. We got some 5 games to talk about, all rivalries. I got Anthony with me here to break it all down. Anthony, happy Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving weekend. I haven't been this excited for these matchups in a long time. These are by far the best matchups of the day, of the season. So I'm very excited about today.
Awesome. We are going to recap a little bit yesterday. How'd you do yesterday? How'd VIPs do?
5-4 plus $664 per $100 better.
Nice.
Plus
nice.
6.64 units, so not too shabby. It was a solid day.
Right on. It was a tough day to, so much college basketball going on. It was nice. They had the battle for Atlantis and Baylor. VIPs got Baylor as a max bet for me. That was a great. Baylor -5. Come on, I'm gonna take that. I'll take that every day.
Yeah, right? Michigan State is not as strong as everyone thinks they are. So
they won 4 games in a row to get to that championship game, but Baylor, it's just they're just in another echelon. So it's like I'll take Baylor -5 every day, bro.
Yeah.
What do you say we head over to your neck of the woods and talk a little Florida State, the Seminoles and Gators. Big rivalry, your neck of the woods. You got Florida State getting 3 points on the road, over under sitting at 59. Florida State 5-6. Both these teams are 5-6. Not the best seasons from 2 historically great football programs. Little disappointing season. Why don't you give us a little? You're in Florida. You got your finger on the pulse of Florida football. Let us know what you're thinking about Florida State at Florida.
Yeah, both of these 2 teams, schools, be more specific, is both more closer to Georgia, top of Florida. I'm in Tampa, so it's not really too much a neck of woods, but I do hear about it. You got Florida, the Gators. I don't know what to say about this team. I said in the beginning of the season, they're going to be a hot mess this season. They came out strong to start the season, but then ever since they lost to Alabama, they fell apart. They lost to Kentucky, and they were just losing games that they should, at least be more competitive in. And it was just a really big disappointment. They lost to LSU by a touchdown. They got annihilated by Georgia. They even lost to South Carolina by 23. It's like, what the heck? They barely beat Samford. They had to put 70 points on the board to beat Samford, an FCS team. And then last week they lose in Missouri by a point. Missouri was the play, +9. So, and then Florida State, they've coming off 2 straight wins. Miami, which to me is a quality win because Miami's playing much better from when they did in the beginning of the season. They beat Boston College last week. And the loser goes home. They're going to grab some bench for the whole offseason. And the winner goes on and plays a bowl game. So there's a lot riding on this game. But two teams going the opposite direction. The momentum is in Florida State's favor. But the home crowd, home everything, is a big edge in University of Florida, where the Swamp is not an easy place to win at. So,
for sure, going into the numbers a little bit here. Florida State 4-2 against the spread their last 6. Florida 0-5 against the spread their last 5. Total's gone under in 14 of the last 20 between these 2 teams, and under in 7 of Florida State's last 10 games. Any thoughts on the total? Florida State.
I would lean the under personally, but my better lean is Florida State +3. They're the better team in this, and you're going to get them as a dog. The only reason they're a dog is because Florida's playing at home. There's going to be a lot of Florida State fans in there too, so I don't think the home crowd is that big of a factor, but I do think Florida comes in and plays better being at home.
They're definitely playing the best football right now. Florida State is. Did I hear dog of the day?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Definitely. Florida State. Hold on, let me fix it. You put the wrong team on there.
I did. You got it?
1 second. But yes, Florida State is the dog of the day. Out of all the dogs today, my favorite team to bet as a dog today is Florida. There's a lot of good ones to bet on today, but more than over. Oh, I put the wrong damn thing again.
I got it.
You get my drift. Florida State.
Right.
+3 is my favorite dog to bet on today.
Florida State +3, dog of the day. Let's head over to Ann Arbor, where we're talking about a big rivalry. Number 2, Ohio State at number 5, Michigan. Doesn't get much bigger than this. Number 2 versus number 5, two teams that hate each other. Bitter rivalry. Ohio State, a 7-point road favorite. Michigan getting points at home. Both these teams 10-1, so successful seasons so far. Ohio State 6-4-1 against the spread. Michigan 9-2 against the spread. I don't think they played the competition really that Ohio State has played this season, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for the most part. Ohio State by far, if you put these two teams in a neutral site, they are the better team. But this is by far the best team Michigan has brought on the field in years. So I'm very, very interested in seeing how Michigan comes out and just plays the game, because of the way Ohio State came out last week versus Michigan State, the team that Michigan lost to, and they put 49 to nothing at halftime. That was an embarrassment. So, I mean, they showed some muscle last week. So Michigan's going to have to play. They're going to have to do some trickery. There's no way around it. If they just think they can run the ball, and win and beat like they did Penn State, they're wrong. They're going to have to air the ball out. They're going to have to go for it on 4th down. They're going to have to do fake punts, fake field goals, whatever it takes, because this Ohio State team is by far another league than Michigan. It's between them and Georgia for the championship. So,
I agree. I couldn't agree more. I'll tell you, Ohio State seems to be peaking at just the right time. If we were to look inside the numbers here, a couple key factors. The Ohio State, let's not kid ourselves. This is the number 1 offense in college football. Number 1.
Yeah.
They can score from anywhere, anytime. They have got a lot of weapons. And Michigan is the number 7 defense. Pretty good. But Ohio State, not terrible on defense. I'll tell you, the Michigan defense ranked number 7. Number 7 versus the pass. They're pretty good themselves. Michigan will be missing or possibly missing their 3rd down running back, Blake Corum. We'll see if he gets out there and plays. Ohio State 6-2 against the spread their last 8. Michigan 6-1 against the spread their last 7. Something's got to give here. What gives? Are we fading Jim Harbaugh?
My lean is Ohio State until Michigan can beat Ohio State. I'm still on the Ohio State bandwagon.
Pretty high total, 64.5. Well, these teams can put points up on the board. I'm not sure it gets to 64.5 though. What are your thoughts on the total?
I love the over. I mean, I don't think that's that high of a number. This is going to end up being a shootout. Michigan's going to be playing catch up. There's no way that this is going to be a 13-10 game. Ohio State just has too much muscle. This is going to be more of like a 38-27 type game.
Ohio State's got the number 11 rush defense. So pretty tough to run on Ohio State as they finish up the end of the college football season. The numbers would support the over as well. Total's gone over in 5 of the last 5 when Ohio State has visited Ann Arbor. 7 of the last 7 games between these two, it has gone over. And numbers support the over 64.5. Like you said, not terrible. Not a terrible bet either. Leaning Ohio State -7. I like that bet. I'll probably be playing that today. And the over 64.5. Let's head on over to another Big Ten matchup. We got number 23 Penn State at number 12 Michigan State. Penn State a 4-point road favorite. Are you surprised by that number, Anthony?
No, they are the better defensive team, but offensively, Michigan State has the better offensive team. This is going to be a snooze fest. I don't even know how to even bet Penn State because they are so low key. They rely on the defense, and then they're more of a second half team than anything. They're going to come late fourth quarter, the end of the third quarter type team. I mean, it's hard not to take the +4 here. My lean is definitely Michigan State. They got a great passing attack. They can score the ball. They're going to find some holes in this Penn State defense to score on. And plus, with the hometown crowd, there's no way you cannot go with the +4.
Well, I tell you, I do love a home dog. Let's take a look at some of the numbers. Penn State offense ranked 83, like you said, towards the bottom, bottom half. Their defense ranked 26. They could play some defense. Michigan State, not a defensive team. Their defensive line is very good. Their defense ranked 120th in the country, but that Michigan State offense ranked 45th in the country. They could put some points up. Arguably one of the best running backs in college football. If you're looking at the total, it's sitting there right now at 60.5. Or sorry, it's at 49.5. No, I'm sorry. What? It's at 51. Thoughts on the total? Looking at the wrong place in my notes there.
I would lean the under just because Penn State is a big under team. They love to run the ball, drain the clock. And Michigan State doesn't want this to turn into a shootout because if this is a shootout, I don't know if they can keep up with Penn State with that solid defense. Penn State, very, very good defense. They even shut down Ohio State. So that's a very, very legit defense to reckon with. But my lean is Michigan State +4 overall.
All right, you heard it there. Leaning towards and did you give it a lean on the total? 51
under.
I like the under as well too. Let's head on over to Pac-12 action. West Coast big rivalry. Oregon State +7.5 on the road at Oregon, number 11 team in the country. Over under of 60.5. This line opened at -7. Over under of 61, so right around the same numbers. Not much line movement. Oregon State 7-4, a pretty good year in Corvallis. Oregon 9-2. Oregon though had not really been good at covering the spread this season. 4-7 against the spread. Home they are 1-5 against the spread. Surprising that they're this bad against the spread, especially at home. Anthony.
Yeah, Oregon. I mean, injuries have caught up to them. They got blown out by Utah last week. I mean, it's just doesn't get any easier for Oregon. Oregon State, not the best team, but also not the worst team. I have to go with Oregon State. This is going to be too much of a rivalry. Oregon's not showing the muscle like they should be. They're injured. So my lean is Oregon State +7.5. Oregon State defense is a big worry to me because it's not the greatest, but I'm definitely take the touchdown and 1.5 points.
Yeah, I'm leaning Oregon State as well. Oregon State defense not terrible, ranked 64th in the country. Oregon defense 57th, so they're pretty close to each other. The offenses, Oregon State offense 38, Oregon 47. Not too bad there. Let's look at some of the numbers. Oregon State 7-3 against the spread their last 10. Total's gone under in 4 of Oregon State's last 5 games against a Pac-12 opponent. Oregon and State 4-12 against the spread in their last 6 against Oregon. And Oregon 5-11 against the spread their last 16. We talked about their troubles covering the spread. I lean Oregon State in this. That hook makes it very attractive, 7.5 points. I think this game will be close, man, and you want those points in your back pocket. This total 60.5 seems high to me for this, what will kind of be running, defense and running. And Oregon missing their top receivers. They're starting some freshmen and a sophomore, I think, at wide receiver. Oregon State, not a bad defense. I think Oregon State will be able to keep this one close, definitely within 7.5. I'm leaning Oregon State too. Your thoughts on the total?
Yeah, I love the under in this game. The injuries to Oregon is going to prevent them to put a lot of points on the board.
Right on.
Oregon State is not a high-powered offense.
Neither's Oregon.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I see this in the 20s. 60 is just slightly too high. It's going to probably end up around 50 to 55 points or maybe just under 50, but
Yeah,
I'd be shocked if it even goes over 55.
I would too. To me, this is high 40s, low 50s
Yeah.
total game. To me, I could be wrong, but it feels like an under game to me here. What do you say we head on over to Oklahoma, where two teams are in-state rivals, big rivalry here. Oklahoma getting 4.5 on the road. Oklahoma State, curious number. A lot of college games end on a score of a 4-point difference, 4-point victory. So 4.5, a bit curious there. Is that some cheese being dangled there for you, Anthony?
You know what? I really don't even know how to judge this game because I don't trust Oklahoma State personally as a football team. Oklahoma is by far superior, but they haven't been showing it. They're slumping at the wrong time of the year. They really don't have a consistent offense. They have a decent defense, that's for sure, but offensively, there's no consistency to it. But I also don't like them as a dog. I mean, I don't like Oklahoma State as a favorite. One thing I do know in years history, these two teams beat the hell out of each other. It's always, always, always a shootout. Always. I mean, I remember 55 to 54 type game, and they're going for 2-point conversions and overtime. I mean, I love those matchups. Now, a little more of a boring matchup. I'm taking the points. These two teams always, always are within 3 points. Give me the plus 4.5.
I'm there right with you. I like the 4.5 points. I mean, Oklahoma, number 10 team in the country. Oklahoma State, number 7. This is going to be it'll be a watchable game. I'll tell you. I know you might think it'll be a slugfest. I think it'll be exciting. Oklahoma offense, this is, you got strength on strength and strength on strength, both sides of the ball. So Oklahoma offense 29th going up against the number 3 defense in the country of Oklahoma State. They could play some defense. Offense, though, ranked 59th going against Oklahoma offense or defense ranked 76th. So you kind of strength on strength, the weakness on weakness, which I said it wrong last time. But let's look at some of the numbers. Oklahoma 4-2 against the spread in their last 6 games. The under 6-1 in Oklahoma's last 7 games in November. Oklahoma 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games against Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State 9-0 against the spread their last 9 games. People have been cashing tickets with Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State 1-8 straight up. This is the number right here, Anthony. Listen to this one. Oklahoma State are 1-8 straight up in their last 9 games when playing at home against Oklahoma. Oklahoma has come into Oklahoma State and won.
Yeah.
That's why I like the 4.5 points here. If it's a close game, again, we want those points in our back pockets.
It's going to be a close game. There's no way one team's going to run away with this. This always, always, always is a close game. Yeah, Oklahoma's won the series by a large margin, but they haven't won by a large margin.
Right.
So, Oklahoma plus 4.5, that's a gift to me.
That total 49.5 seems low. But, you think it's going to go over. I would tend to agree that's a low number for these two teams historically. But total's gone under in 5 of Oklahoma State's last 7 games. But I'll tell you, 49.5, that's a lower number that odds makers have set for an Oklahoma State game. But I'm with you there. I think I'm leaning over. I like the points again. We got some road dogs here today, man. I'll tell you, road dogs and home dogs. Let's just to summarize before we give away a free play. We like Florida State plus the points, Ohio State minus the points, Michigan State plus the points, Oregon State plus the points, and Oklahoma plus points, plus 4.5 points there. What do you say we give away a free play?
Let's do it.
All right. Our free play of the day. I like this one, man. Oregon State, which should be a battle. Under 60.5. I like it. Lots of running in this one. I think not a lot of throwing, killing the clock. Like we said, we think this game's a high 40s, low to mid 50s total. I'll be playing this one personally. Free play, Oregon State under 60.5. Solid show, solid picks today, man. We are back tomorrow morning. We'll be talking NFL, recapping college football action today. Anthony, any last words before we sign off?
Hope everybody makes some money today. There's a lot of money left on the table, so let's cash it.
Good luck. Good luck, everybody, today, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, 9 o'clock Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. We will see you tomorrow. Thanks.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction.
Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.
Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire to transpire.